Hello from Las Vegas here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. It's the Men Who Speak Up main event. It's the nightcap of this four-game day in the heavyweight bracket. We just saw UMass take down Clemson with a barrage of three-pointers, 16 for the Minutemen. But now it's Creighton taking on Rutgers as both of these teams come in with a loss on their resume. Creighton fell by 21 at Indiana. Rutgers controlled the game led for over 35 minutes against St. John's before losing by one in that one. But I'm Tyler Bischoff, and with me is Ed O'Bannon. And Ed, we saw 16 threes in the first game. Think we see 16 threes from either of these teams here?
I hope so. That was very entertaining, to say the least. Both teams played hard. Clemson played hard. But UMass, they controlled the tempo on both ends of the floor. Hopefully tonight, either one of these two teams hits at least 16 threes.
At least 16. I just hope we get 16 between the two of them.
Absolutely.
Creighton, a pretty good shooting team. 35% on the year, although their opponents shooting better than that at 40%. Rutgers, though, just 29.6% from three on the season. Your starting lineups first for Creighton: Kyrie Thomas, Maurice Watson, Cole Huff, Isaiah Zierden, and Jeffrey Grossell. For Rutgers, it'll be DJ Foreman, Corey Sanders, Mike Williams, Deshaun Freeman, and Greg Lewis. Rutgers coming in, not a lot of rest for the Scarlet Knights. They played Central Arkansas just 2 days ago, picking up a 3-point win, a lot closer than expected. Meanwhile, Creighton's had 4 days off as they last played on Thursday at Indiana. Indiana shot 50% in that game. Creighton struggled from three, just 3 of 18 against the Hoosiers, and Creighton 0 offensive boards in the first half of that game.
We'll see if rest will make them rusty or if they'll be ready to go.
So we are underway here in Las Vegas. Creighton wins the tip, and it'll be Maurice Watson to bring it up for the Blue Jays. First play trying to get it inside there to Grossell, knocked out of bounds by Greg Lewis. So Creighton will have an inbounds, 19 on the shot clock. Watson in for Grossell.
It's good position Grossell had down low. He's looking to get the ball again on that block.
Turns, won't get a shot up as he traveled.
Travel or not, it was good position. He looked to get the ball, establish himself on the interior. They will be going back down to him before long, that's for sure.
Started all 3 games this year, averaging just 5.7 points, though, for the Blue Jays, but Creighton clearly trying to go to him on their opening possession. Freeman with it at the top of the key, puts it between his legs off the glass, and Deshaun Freeman with a nice move to get Rutgers on the board first.
I tell you what, the pump fake through the legs off the glass, it's a big-time move there.
Didn't peg the Rutgers power forward for that move in his arsenal?
Not at all.
Grossell again. Watson off the screen, lost it in the lane. No, he's going to be called for a foul. Foul coming against Rutgers. It'll be on Greg Lewis.
That's tough dribble. Watson trying to split the double team like that and get to the bucket. It's tough, tall tale to ask.
So Watson with it. Creighton got a fresh shot clock. Zierden will catch on the wing. Grossell again inside. A nice spin, but couldn't finish at the rim. And this foul is going to go against Grossell.
Well, he, establishing himself in the post, he looks for the contact. Once he caught the ball in the post on the right-hand side, that power dribble, shoulder into the gut of the defender spin move, he didn't get the contact that he was looking for once he went up for the shot and knocked him off balance and suffer the consequences of picking up a loose ball foul once he missed the shot.
Here's Corey Sanders, freshman out of Lakeland, Florida. Went to a prep school, so not straight out of high school. Lewis will take the jumper, and it's Greg Lewis putting Rutgers up by 4.
Good shot. Caught that in rhythm. Nice follow through. Good look.
On the other end, it's Cole Huff knocking down the three-pointer. Creighton's on the board as it's a 4-3 lead for the Scarlet Knights.
Good shot by Huff. Caught that ball again. Like Lewis on his counterpart on the other end. Caught him within rhythm. Nice follow through. Oh, what
Lewis,
the hook?
a hook shot. Freeman almost got the offensive board. It's pulled away by Thomas. Kyrie Thomas is blocked, but the foul is going to go against Rutgers. It's against Greg Lewis, his second already.
Wow, you have to recognize. You already have one foul, not even 3 minutes off the clock. If I'm him, if I'm Lewis, I'm going to let him go all the way to the basket and shoot his layup. But, you know, now you take yourself out of the game with 2 fouls. Can't afford that.
So Lewis will go to the bench. It'll be Ibrahima Jallo coming in. And Zach Hansen takes the place of Grossell for Creighton. So Creighton picking up full court, and they force a turnover. Almost gave it back, but Thomas controls it. Zierden threw it away. Here's Williams, straight to the rim, and the foul's going to go against Cole Huff. It's an and one for Mike Williams.
Very good move by Williams. Catching that ball on the fast break, going up strong, finishing at the rim. Possible three-point play.
Mike Williams had a career-high 25 in his last game against Central Arkansas on Saturday. And knocks down that to complete the three-point play. So Rutgers in front 7-4.
Yeah, a strong move on the break there by Williams.
Hansen comes to set the screen, but Thomas has to reverse. Here's Zierden from the corner, and Isaiah Zierden knocks down a 3. So it's 2 3-pointers for Creighton.
It's a good look. Came off the down screen, flattened out along the baseline, caught it within rhythm. Shot it, let it go, held the follow through, all net.
Creighton goes to a zone. Freeman from the corner can't hit it, and that'll go back to the Blue Jays.
Creighton's come in off the Rutgers free throws in the full court press, now dropping back into a zone. They're switching it up.
Thomas from the corner. Thomas can't hit from 3. And foul's going to now go against Creighton, this time on Zach Hansen.
Yeah, Hansen looking for position along the baseline on that rebound possibility. Just completely threw the offensive player down onto the floor.
Here's Jallo. Foreman will take the pull-up jumper, and it's DJ Foreman, just a 2-pointer, knocking down the jumper. Watson gets to the block, kicks it out, 3-ball from Huff. Hansen inside, got a couple chances to tip it, but couldn't get it to go.
Yeah, he's right along the basket, right up under the basket. Tried to tip it up both times with 2 hands. Never looked comfortable. Might even wanted to tip that with 1.
Williams off the handoff couldn't hit, and it goes out of bounds. It'll go back to Creighton. Rutgers in front 9-7 as we head to our first break. Back here in Las Vegas, Rutgers a 9-7 lead after about 4.5 minutes. Tyler Bischoff and Ed O'Bannon here in the Men Who Speak Up main event, as the winner of this game will get UMass in the championship game on Wednesday. The loser will take on Clemson in the consolation game. Creighton, though, already knocking down 2 3-pointers, but they do trail as Rutgers has hit 4 of their 7 shots here in the first half.
Both ball clubs are attacking on both ends of the floor. Rutgers not necessarily hitting the threes, but attacking very strong to the basket, and they have the lead.
Here's Watson, was looking inside. He'll put it on the floor and just short. Look for the referee wanting a foul there, but won't get the call.
Sometimes you'll get it, sometimes you won't. He has to, don't be discouraged, keep attacking.
Sanders collected himself, figured out he had some space after Watson got bumped away and knocked down the jumper.
Sure did, collected himself, got on balance, hit that open jump shot.
Back to the corner, it's Huff. Cannot connect, and Rutgers with a chance to build on this 4-point lead.
Yeah, one pass, long shot is not going to win a whole lot of games.
Freeman, a spin move, almost finished over 2 defenders. Watson back the other way, does not have numbers. He'll pull up anyway, and Maurice Watson can't connect. He'll run it down, though.
Way to stay on your shot.
Thomas is called for a travel.
Not sure about that one. It's a good move.
I didn't see it either. Kyrie Thomas, the freshman from Omaha, Nebraska, averaging 11 points this year in 23 minutes, has started every game for Creighton. He, like Corey Sanders of Rutgers, went to a prep school last year, was at Fork Union Military Academy. As Omari Greer is in the game, bringing it up. Now Sanders, and we're going to have a moving screen called here against Mike Williams of Rutgers.
That it was. You know, a lot of times when you're setting those picks, just stop, be stationary. The offensive player, your teammate, will run the defensive player off of you.
Most of the time, if he does his job.
Absolutely.
Zierden comes off the screen. Trying to get that back inside to Hansen. It's Toby Hegner into the game for the first time for Creighton. And Bishop Daniels will come in. Daniels had 21 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 steals against St. John's. It's actually the first game he came off the bench for Rutgers this year, as he started the first 2.
Well, I guarantee he's going to come in firing.
Watson, another foul on the floor. So that'll be the 6th total team foul between the 2 teams.
They're playing hard, you know. I think both ball clubs are trying to fill out what they can get away with and what they can't get away with defensively. Hand checks and picks and pick and rolls and things of that nature. So they'll settle down.
Hegner from 3, he can't hit. Back the other way is Bishop Daniels. Here's Williams. Off the screen, back to Freeman. It's a backdoor cut. Williams, his floater, found all parts of the inside of the rim but wouldn't go down. Watson pushing the other way. Finds a nice bounce pass. It's Hansen and 1.
Very good offense right there.
Make that Hegner, not Hansen. So it'll be Toby Hegner going to the line. Oh no, excuse me, it was Hansen. I was right the first time.
Yeah, very good hands for the big fella, catching it. It's hard, you know, those bounce passes in traffic like that under the basket are hard to catch. He did a good job of catching it, staying on balance, going up strong, picking up the foul, potential 3-point play.
Maurice Watson heads out, but did a nice job of just keeping his dribble, probing inside the lane there until he finally found a passing lane for Hansen.
As he completes the 3-point play.
11-10 lead for Rutgers. Good has it. He sends it out to Daniels. Daniels rejects the screen, and that's going to be called a travel.
Tried to be creative on that one. Look for Greer on the perimeter, out on the wing, right-hand wing. Just kind of lost his footing, lost the ball. Trouble.
Malik Albert bringing it up for Creighton. Off the glass and good. It's James Milliken.
Very good move down the right-hand lane. Went strong to the cup. Converted on that nice, easy layup.
Creighton takes a 12-11 lead. Here's Foreman. Gives it up for Good.
Looks like this 2-3 zone is giving Rutgers.
And then Daniels knocks down a three.
Just to say, giving them problems, but Daniels solves that problem real quick.
A floater inside from Malik Albert as he goes coast to coast. And Eddie Jordan, not happy with that, takes a timeout. We are tied at 14 between Rutgers and Creighton.
They didn't invent entertainment, they perfected it. MGM Grand Las Vegas is the entertainment authority with star-studded performances at the Garden Arena, by Cirque du Soleil, Grand Terrace Comedy Club, Wet Republic Gay Club, and the stunning nightclub of Hakkasan. Relax at the Grand Spa, the Grand Pool Complex, or indulge in gourmet cuisine.
(14-14) your score between Rutgers and Creighton, as game 2 of the heavyweight bracket well underway here. And even though the clock reads 12:02, that does count as the under 12 media timeout this year. Coach takes a timeout just before the under 16, 12, 8 or 4 media timeouts. That'll just count as the media timeout. Inside, that's no good. Couldn't quite get the tip back in, was Jallo.
Missed opportunity. He had the shot on the first attempt, and he pump faked.
That's blocked, but it will stay here. So Milliken wanted a foul call, but Creighton will retain possession. 22 still on the shot clock. Watson will inbound it, looking for Zierden. Here's Huff. Huff will take the pull-up jumper. Well, not a pull-up, it didn't dribble, but knocks it down anyway.
Yeah, that inside pivot jump shot, just about 5 feet off the block. It was a very good shot. Real smooth.
Creighton has made its last 4 shots from the field to take the lead. Double team in the post, and they draw the turnover.
I gotta say, Creighton has switched up their defensive assignments on a number of occasions tonight. They look very good, very poised. Um, got Rutgers kind of reeling with the changes.
Had a few days to think about that 21-point loss to Indiana where the Hoosiers shot 50%. This three ball from Hegner rims out, and Bishop Daniels comes away with the rebound.
Good shot nonetheless, make some, miss some.
Here's Good. There's a deep jumper from Foreman, just inside the arc. Quickly the other way, it's Creighton. That's off the glass and good from Kyrie Thomas.
Yeah, they're forcing the issue.
Wasting no time getting it out and going straight to the rim.
Forcing it on both ends of the floor. On defense, they're changing up, whether it's 2-3 zone, switching on pick and rolls, doubling down low.
Daniels knocks down the three, so Bishop Daniels is 2 of 2 from outside the arc. Quickly though, it's into Hegner on the block. He'll take a jump hook, it rims out, and a foul's gonna go against Creighton, but Toby Hegner caught that ball on the block, and the shot clock still said 27. Don't give him any post-ups just 3 seconds into the shot clock.
Very true. Looked like he was kind of waiting for, Thompson to clear out and then take it strong to the bucket. It's a good move, good shot. He just missed it. 3 feet away from the bucket.
Good had it tipped out by Kyrie Thomas. Thomas coming back across half court. Here's Huff for 3. Bishop Daniels pulls down another rebound. That got tipped, and Good was able to get to it to prevent a Creighton fast break. Foreman. Greer gets to the block, but 3 Blue Jays there to deny him, and Creighton will come away trailing this one by 1.
Yeah, he had nowhere to go. Went to the left. 3 defenders in there.
Watson now with 3 Scarlet Knights surrounding him, and he's called for a travel. I think we've seen more travels in the first 11 minutes of this game than we did all of our first one.
Man, they seem to kind of either lose the ball or lose their footing. Lead the floor, not know where to go with the ball, whether it's a shot or a pass, end up traveling.
Corey Sanders back in the game for Rutgers. He missed the season opener. He had a 1-game suspension for playing in an unsanctioned event over the summer.
Of course, those stupid rules.
As Williams knocks down the jump shot for Rutgers, their lead is at 3. Cole Huff, another chance from 3, and he puts this one through.
Nice touch, but the big fella.
Huff has already shot 5 3-pointers. He's made 2 of them.
Yeah, he's obviously very comfortable with that shot. They're looking for him now. Good backdoor cut and pass.
Corey Sanders inside. Grossell looking to get it on the block, working against Lewis. Grossell kicks it out. Milliken, his 3 finds its way in. Got just about every part of the rim that he could find, but 3 points for Creighton.
That ball looked like it really tried to come out of that hoop.
And foul's going to go against Grossell, trying to work around Lewis there. So Grossell picks up his second foul. We head to another break. Creighton in front by 1. 24-23, Creighton in front. Cole Huff has 8 points, 2 of 5 from three-point range, as Creighton, half of their shots have come from beyond the arc. Rutgers, meanwhile, everyone that started the game has scored, led right now by Bishop Daniels, who actually came off the bench with 6. And that inbounds pass to no one in particular. Isaiah Zierden gets it, goes coast to coast, missed. Grossell the rebound. He couldn't get it to go, but was fouled.
If you're Zierden, you got to finish that with 2 hands.
If that's on Lewis, that's his 3rd. It is on Greg Lewis. So the starting center has 3 fouls for Rutgers.
Jeffrey Grossell goes to the free throw line.
Credit Grossell for not giving up on the play or anticipating his teammate finishing the initial layup attempt and chased the ball down and got the offensive rebound and almost a 3-point play.
Grossell hits the second, and he'll now head to the bench as Hansen is back in.
Zach Hansen back in for Creighton.
So Thomas at the top of this press for Creighton, but Daniels gets it across rather easily.
A couple of ball fakes and passes would beat any press.
Daniels a pull up from the short corner. Zierden. Malik Albert dribbles it back out. Huff again. This was a 2-pointer, but Cole Huff not afraid to shoot it for Creighton.
Whatsoever. He caught that, took a look over the rim, over the defense, finished it.
Williams had an open shot. He missed it. Here's Huff again. And Cole Huff misfires there. Into double figures already, 4 of 8 shooting.
Yeah, he catches the ball in rhythm. He's letting it fly.
Sanders, and he draws the foul. That'll be 2 shots for Corey Sanders, and the foul is going to go against Malik Albert.
You know, as long as you put the ball on the floor with meaning and purpose, like Sanders did, you can dribble it a few times. Want to go somewhere, attempt to go somewhere, either you get a foul or you make the shot, get your shot attempts.
Have a purpose for your dribble.
Have a purpose for your dribble. Nothing burns a coach more than a player standing around just dribbling and without anywhere to go.
Second one is good. Jonathan Laurent, freshman from Orlando, into the game for Rutgers. I believe that'll make 10 different Scarlet Knights that have played in this first half, 9 different Blue Jays. Hansen inside, a good pass there from Huff. Go ahead.
I was going to say, he's shot the ball basically every time he's caught it. And I think he caught the defense slipping and sleeping and passed it in on the interior.
Sanders, though, answers on the other end with a 3. As we go back and forth, here's Zierden.
I like it. Let's run, let's run, let's run.
Zierden for Foreman. Foreman finishes off the glass. And Rutgers now in front by 1. Watson straight into the lane. He goes down. It's a late whistle, but it is a foul going against Rutgers.
Man.
Was a late whistle, but I did think it was a foul.
Yeah, you know, I mean, these guys are running up and down the floor. His first runs that we've seen all night. The game is totally different than the previous game, so I like this. Up and down.
Watson misses the first one. Transfer from Boston. Just a couple years ago, he was 3rd in the NCAA in assists per game at 7.1.
It's impressive.
Does knock down the second. Watson averaging 4.7 assists coming into tonight's game. Tied up at 30. Here's Sanders.
Oh, in and out.
And he draws the foul, but a great crossover to create an open lane there as Maurice Watson had no clue where to go.
That he did. That's a good move. In and out.
Sanders gets the first to rattle home. Four for 4 at the line so far for Sanders. Rutgers showing a press, but Creighton doesn't have much issue with it.
No, they broke it pretty easily.
Hansen gets inside and finishes. He came to set the screen and didn't even have to set it before just streaking to the basket.
Now they're seeing him. That's about the second or third dive that he's taken down the middle of the lane and finished at the rim.
It's almost as though Rutgers is too concerned with the three-point shot that they're giving up Hansen rolling to the basket uncontested.
Absolutely.
Here's Milliken for Zierden. And Zierden can't hit on the transition three. He's missed 2 of those here in this half.
Wide open, too. Caught it in rhythm.
Williams in the corner. Sanders doesn't really use the screen, finds Freeman, and Freeman puts it off the backboard and in.
It's a good look by Sanders. Saw the floor with the crossover. Just passed through the lane.
And Watson turns it over. Looked like he didn't quite make up his mind whether he wanted to throw that to Hansen or not, and Rutgers comes away. Here's Sanders left alone. Corey Sanders. He's got 14 points. Rutgers leads it by 5. Timeout Creighton, as this will be the under 4 media timeout.
30-second timeout charged to Creighton. This becomes a full timeout.
Very good.
Corey Sanders already with 14 points for Rutgers. Tyler Bischoff, Ed O'Bannon here at the Men Who Speak Up main event at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. Rutgers leading Creighton 37-32. And Corey Sanders hasn't missed a shot. He's 4 of 4 from the field, 4 of 4 from the free throw line, 2 of 2 from 3. With 14, the freshman in his 4th game is one off of his current career high, which was 15 in his first game. Laurent the other way. Laurent finishes at the rim, and Creighton not the way they wanted to come out of the timeout with a turnover and an easy basket for Rutgers.
Not at all. Rutgers came out in the 2-3 zone, switched it up on them, picked up that turnover.
Hegner all alone under the basket, as I guess the biggest complaint if you're Rutgers right now is you got to guard the big guys when they're near the hoop. Corey Sanders again.
Somebody needs to guard him. He is lighting it up.
16 for Corey Sanders, 5 of 5 from the floor. Here's Huff. He'll take a jumper, and it's Cole Huff. He's got 12.
I like his game, too. He's smooth.
Laurent with it. Here's Freeman. Freeman, a spin move, now falling away. Didn't have a soft enough touch. Huff came away with it. 5-on-4 opportunity for a moment. Hegner, Zierden, back to Hegner. Huff inside, has the smaller Sanders on him. He finished. It would have counted anyway, as Freeman was going to get called for goaltending.
Yeah. I tell you what, Huff's got 101 moves down there. He's either catching it on the post with an up and under or turnaround jumper from 20 feet. He's a nice player.
Cole Huff did not get going against Indiana, just 2 of 6 from the floor for 4 points. He had 17 against UTSA, 12 against Texas Southern, but one of many Blue Jays that struggled in that game against the Hoosiers. 4 on the shot clock. Freeman attacking, too strong. Loose ball comes down for Creighton. Watson the other way. Watson straight to the rim, off the glass, too soft. Huff got the board, kicks it out. And Zierden will hold it for Creighton.
Had a notion.
Milliken on the cut. Now in the short corner. Huff the jumper, and that rattles out. Loose ball gets knocked out of play, and it's going to go back to Rutgers. Creighton fans want a foul call, but it's going to be Rutgers ball.
Yeah, it's loose ball. Both players going strong after the ball. You know, it's out of bounds. Let's go the other way. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off. Let's keep playing.
Sanders gets it back. 90 seconds to go in the first half. Sanders flying inside, can't finish. Zierden bringing it up for Creighton.
Good move of Sanders.
Nice crossover from Watson inside. He's blocked, but it's a foul called against Rutgers that'll send Maurice Watson to the free throw line.
Good play. Good guards. They're going at each other tonight. It's fun to watch. Whether they're coming off of pick and rolls or just once you cross half court, trying to cross the defender up.
And they've both hit each other with a very nice crossover so far.
Absolutely.
Still think Corey Sanders was better because he had Maurice Watson go in the opposite direction.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Corey Sanders is a very good basketball player.
Rutgers just 10-22 a year ago. They lost 15 straight to close out the year, but Corey Sanders, the freshman, not a part of that. Freeman inside, and that'll find its way down.
Good move. Good move.
So Freeman has shown the ability to create some space inside and get a shot up.
Absolutely. Went floating in the middle of the lane there. Looked like he almost started to dunk it.
Going inside to Huff. He's got the shorter Sanders on him.
Which means it's going up.
Fall away jumper is no good. You want to see him be a little more aggressive in terms of attacking to the rim on that?
Yeah, you got to put the ball on the floor and go to the hoop. Don't settle for a fall away. I don't care if you're making all your shots. Go to the bucket.
5-point lead for Rutgers. 4-second differential. Foreman will take a deep three. That's way off the backboard, and that'll be a shot clock violation. So Creighton's going to have 4.3 seconds. to try to make something happen.
Can't imagine that's what Rutgers wanted to do. I'm sure Eddie Jordan wanted something different from that offensive opportunity.
Watson quickly up in the lane, a scoop shot. Maurice Watson able to get it to go, and he sends us to the break. 43-40 your score. Rutgers in front. We'll be back with the second half.
That guy who just shot that three, that was his second three of the year.
He shot it like it was the second three. I can't believe he put that up.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, direct attention to the floor. The Nike speed dribble is about to happen. Representing Creighton, we have Kayla and Siobhan. And on the other side of the court, also representing Creighton, let's hear it for Tyler and Doug. All the participants will race to make a layup on each end as fast as possible. Whoever is successful completes those layups first will win the Nike gift bag. So, if you're ready, get set, go!
Welcome back to Las Vegas. Rutgers a 43-40 lead over Creighton after the first 20 minutes. 20 more here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. I'm Tyler Bischoff, and with me is Ed O'Bannon. Corey Sanders, 16 points, 5 of 6 shooting for the freshman in the first half. Do you like what you've seen out of him so far?
Heck of a basketball player. He's played well. He's played hard. Forced the issue on both ends of the floor. And controlled everything on the offense, specifically on the offensive end. A lot of fun to watch.
Cole Huff led the way for Creighton in that first half with 14 points. Maurice Watson, the Creighton point guard, had 4 assists in the opening 20 minutes. Sanders, probably his wildest shot of the night. Offensive board, though, for Lewis is no good. Lewis picked up his 3rd foul in that first half. So the first time we're seeing him in a while. Watson gets an open look from 3, and Maurice Watson buries it.
Good shot. Looking forward to watching Lewis play. Hopefully he doesn't get any foul trouble or any more foul trouble than what he already is in. A very good shot by Watson Jr. over there.
Here is Lewis, guarded by Grossell. Lewis will kick it back out, 10 on the clock. And no travel call there.
It's right, no call.
Williams has that hit off the inside part of the rim and the backboard as Watson pushes it up. Huff left alone for 3. Cole Huff got another, his 3rd 3. He's got 17 to lead all scorers. Yeah,
he's got a smooth game, a very nonchalantness about him, if that is a word. But he's so far a very good shooter.
Here's Lewis going on Grossell again. He'll take the jumper. It's no good. Kyrie Thomas pulls down the rebound. Quickly across midcourt, quickly to the rim. Ball was stripped out, and that's going to stay here with Creighton. So Cole Huff has already matched his season high with 17 points. He did that against UT San Antonio. Comes off the screen. That's a 2. Won't go down. Had a career high 31 when he was at Nevada, as that is put in for Rutgers as they cut the lead back down to 1. But Cole Huff, a transfer here to Creighton, coming from Nevada.
Yeah, he's obviously looking to put the ball in the basket, any opportunity. It's very, like I said, very smooth, good basketball player.
Cole Huff spent 2 years at Nevada, averaged over 12 points and over 5 rebounds in his last year. Sat out last season at Creighton while redshirting, but now eligible to play. Will have another year of eligibility after this year. Watson hits the second, 2-point lead for the Blue Jays.
Watson a little upset with himself for missing that first free throw.
Williams inside, offensive rebound. We've got a foul. It'll be 2 shots coming for DJ Foreman.
Blue Jays foul number 13, Cole Huff. That'll be his 2nd personal, first team foul.
So Huff picks up his 2nd. No Blue Jays with 3 fouls. Huff has 2, Grossell has 2, and Hansen has 2. For Rutgers, Lewis, as we mentioned, has 3. And then Daniels on the bench with 2. Everybody else with 1 or no fouls for the Scarlet Knights.
For the most part, it's been a cleanly called and cleanly played game. Once they settled into how the game is going to be called by the referees.
Just 17 fouls in the first half.
That's pretty good.
When we've been seeing college basketball games finish with 60 fouls or more this year.
That is ridiculous.
We'll take anything under a foul per minute.
Yes, please.
Thomas has it stripped. He almost got it back, but it gets knocked up in the air, and that'll go back to Rutgers. Although Everybody on that side of the gym, they are wearing blue, thinks that hit off of a Scarlet Knight last. Greg McDermott's pretty animate about it, but it is Rutger basketball.
Boy, they got loud on that one. Referee woke up the Creighton faithful over there behind the bench, that's for sure.
Sanders, another good crossover. This is a step back three, but he missed everything. So Corey Sanders, not the same start to this half as he had in the first half. Got a foul going against the Blue Jays. Creighton fans vastly outnumber the Rutgers fans here.
That they do, and they made themselves heard in that previous time down the floor.
But one of the main reasons Creighton with more fans here, Michael Gaughan, a Creighton alumni, owner of the South Point, gave a complimentary 3-night stay to Creighton alumni and fans to come out and watch the Blue Jays play.
Mr. Gaughan is a very good man, that is for sure. I know I've spent many a night, my wife and I, on the tables over there.
Still had to get here, but I guess if you just showed up in a Creighton shirt, you got a free night or three.
You gotta love it. Very generous man.
Creighton's lead is 4. Sanders backs it out. Shot clock down to 8. Lewis will take the jumper. That's no good.
You set that pick and you roll, you have to expect the shot. You have to expect the ball coming back to you. Looked like he was not even expecting it.
And that is thrown away by Hansen over to the Creighton bench. That'll take us to our first break of the second half. Creighton 50, Rutgers 46.
Timeout has been called.
Welcome back to Las Vegas. Creighton in front by 4. They have outscored Rutgers 10-3 in this half as the Scarlet Knights have opened 1 of 9 from the floor. Tyler Bischoff, Ed O'Bannon here from the MGM Grand Garden Arena. The Scarlet Knights had the lead at halftime, but Creighton with a good start to the half. That goes out of play and is going to stay here for Rutgers. 12 on the shot clock.
Exciting game thus far. A couple of lead changes. Both teams pushing the ball up the floor when given an opportunity. And we're seeing the freshman here with the ball, shooting lights out, playing well, giving it up.
And we're going to have a foul, an offensive foul. Cole Huff came over and took the charge. I thought he came in a little late, but he does get the call. And we haven't seen either team really pull away. Rutgers led by as many as 7 in the first half. Creighton has led by as many as 4, their lead right now, but it's been back and forth for the most part.
That it has been. A lot of fun, very entertaining, good basketball.
Here's Milliken. Milliken a little up and under, and he's able to finish.
Good move.
There is Creighton's largest lead at 6.
Milliken wanted that one. He was not going to be denied. Almost snuck the lane and got a steal.
Here's Laurent. Laurent trying to get baseline. Reverse layup, no good. And Milliken comes away with it.
He wanted to go back at Milliken for making that shot against him the previous time down the floor.
Watson had a shot opportunity, but looked to pass and nobody was there. And Hansen knocks down the jumper.
Heads up play by Watson Jr.
And timeout's going to be taken by Rutgers. Creighton leads it 54-46. It's a 7-0 run for the Blue Jays. (54-46) lead for Creighton. They've scored 14 of the 17 points in this half, forcing the timeout from Eddie Jordan and Rutgers. Corey Sanders hasn't gotten anything going in this half, missed both of his shots, but does draw a foul there.
Yeah, it looks like Watson is set out to be more aggressive on the defensive end and get into Corey a little bit, put some pressure on him, get in his comfortable space, I think is what he's trying to do, and make things uncomfortable for him. You know, this is big time now. This is D1 basketball. Figure it out.
Sanders draws another foul, this one going against Watson.
Number 10, Maurice Watson Jr. Second personal. 14 foul.
Bishop Daniels into the game for the first time in the second half. He's got it back. Daniels at the free throw line. Corey Sanders gets in the lane. He's fouled and one for Corey Sanders. as he is on the board here in the second half.
That's a pretty good move. He obviously said to himself, well, I'm not going to let Watson just dictate what he wants to me. Get to the bucket and score. Be strong with it, make that three-point play.
Sanders converts at the free throw line. Creighton gets through the pressure defense. Watson off the ball screen. Milliken from the corner. That's short.
They moved the ball well. The ball went around the horn. One pass after another. Good shot in the corner. Just missed it.
Cole Huff checks back in for Hansen. And all the way to the corner for Williams. He'll take a three.
Tough shot. Cross court, caught it off balance. Hand in the face, shooting it from the corner.
Hegner, and Hegner can't get it to go on the break. Hegner, a three-point specialist. He's the five-man right now for Creighton, but last year 73% of his field goal attempts were from beyond the three-point arc.
That's pretty good. Marksman.
That kicked out. Daniels to Sanders, left alone, top of the key. Can't get it to go. Foul inside on Creighton, though.
He was too open.
Is that a real thing, being too open?
Yeah, there is actually, absolutely. Sometimes you can be used to hands in your face and or people flying at you. And then a lot of times when you're too open, that means you catch the ball and no one is within reach, arm's length of you, and there's no
chaos around.
There's no chaos around, absolutely. So that's when you start looking around you as opposed to looking at the rim and shooting it. So yeah, you can be too open, absolutely.
Daniels with it. Uses the screen, gets it back to Freeman, offensive foul. Second time Freeman's been called for a charge. Both times Cole Huff has taken it.
Yeah, it's good play. Good defensive play. Freeman's got to recognize, catch that ball, power dribble, and go straight up.
So Freeman has three, so does Lewis. For Creighton, both Hansen and Grossell are on three. So 4 big men, 2 on each team, in a little bit of foul trouble with 12 minutes to play.
Got to be under control when going to the bucket.
Here's Huff. He'll take a step back and Cole Huff again.
Yeah, that's big man's move right there. That's a grown man's move. Take the contact.
Daniels a nice spin and finish in the lane.
He's a scorer.
Albert gets inside and he got it to go. So Malik Albert pushing it up, and here comes Corey Sanders back the other way. Here's Daniels now.
Shot, yeah, he's,
And that gets stuck. Well, it came out now, but was stuck in the backboard. That's tough to do, get it stuck on the other side of the rim.
Yeah.
But that will take us to our break. 7-point lead for Creighton. Justin Good checks into the game for Rutgers as they trail by 7.
It's a lot of back and forth, a lot of lob. Yeah, there you
As
go.
Cole Huff able to finish it off. Not quite the dunk they were looking for, but it's 2 points nonetheless. Sanders a step back and way short. Got knocked down afterwards. Creighton the other way, mishandled though by Hegner, but that'll stay here with the Blue Jays.
Yeah. Both teams are trying to up the tempo a little bit. Creighton's having a little bit more success at it.
Huff in the short corner.
As long as you put the ball in his hands, good things seem to happen.
This fires on the jumper. 21 for Huff. Daniels gets inside. Nice finish by Daniels with his right hand.
Yeah, he's scorer. He is a scorer. Head down, going to the bucket.
He's got 10 points on 4 of 6 shooting, does Bishop Daniels. Milliken inside, hangs in the air, but couldn't get it to go. Hegner the offensive rebound, and the three-point specialist gets a bucket inside. Pull up 3 there, it's good from DJ Foreman.
Yeah, he's heating up like a microwave.
As that's off the mark from Albert. And it's turned right back over.
Senseless turnover. Oh.
And a nice finish inside by the freshman Kyrie Thomas. Creighton's lead is back up to 8.
Very good move, Thomas. Caught the ball, pump fake, went to the bucket, strong.
And we've got a stoppage for an injury as Jonathan Laurent limps off. Freeman's going to come in for him. I didn't see what happened with Laurent, but he is hobbling down to the end of the Rutgers bench.
Yeah, Thomas caught the ball on the in the corner on the baseline. Pump fake, made a little jab step, and Laurent, I don't know if he slipped or just got his feet caught up, you know, from up under him or whatever. He went down, and Thomas went to the bucket, uncontested.
Daniels with it, nearly lost it twice, and a nice finish up and under from Bishop Daniels.
He puts the ball in the bucket, no question. Good back door.
Thomas is fouled, so he'll get 2 free throws out of this.
You can see that one developing. Thomas almost kind of called for the ball. Watkins, as he dribbled over to his left and reached that elbow area, saw Thomas going to the bucket and just dropped in a nice little easy bounce pass. You can see that one developing. Good basketball by those two. It's good basketball play.
A lot of complaints in college basketball about games not being entertaining and teams not scoring enough last year, so lower the shot clock, emphasis on calling fouls more on the perimeter. But this game right here, this is what people want to see in a college basketball game. This is a fun college basketball game.
Absolutely, they're up and down. They're taking, whether it's a three-pointer on the break. We've seen lobs, spin moves. They're crashing the glass. It has a fast pace, up tempo, but there's good basketball. You know, we've seen backdoor cuts, you know, up and under moves. Very good basketball game.
Going to get free throws here for Freeman. We're nearing 60 possessions for each team. The average in Division I this year is up to 72. That's up from around 67 last year. So we will likely surpass that rather quickly as Freeman knocks down the second one.
Don't know if by the end of the season turnovers will be up. Right now we're at about 18, close to 20 between the two teams. Well, there's another one. Got to be at the 20 turnover mark right now.
Foreman back the other way. Creighton tonight that was just their 10th turnover. Rutgers on 11.
So I guess my point is even though there's good basketball and another turnover,
Watson finds Zierden. He can't finish. Thomas couldn't get it to go.
it's entertaining nonetheless.
Well, the good thing about most of the turnovers is they lead to fast breaks, and even though Creighton didn't convert that one, Freeman had to hang in the air to avoid Huff, but finishes off the glass. Thomas, Huff left alone in the corner. Cole Huff again. And for some reason, Rutgers didn't know where Cole Huff was on that possession.
Yeah, he got lost for whatever reason. Standing in the corner by himself. Might as well give him the ball.
I think half of Rutgers thought they were in man-to-man. The other half thought they were in a zone. And the end result was Cole Huff being wide open to bury another three and get up to 24 points. Daniels hits the bottom part of the backboard. Zierden pump fakes. And it's Isaiah Zierden for three. It's a 9-point lead for the Blue Jays.
Nice. Good play. Ran the fast break to perfection. Kicked it ahead.
Rutgers burns another timeout. They've got one left. It's 71-62. Creighton in front. Welcome back to Las Vegas. As you take a look at this three from Zierden, a pump fake to create some space and then knocks it through. Creighton now up by 9, 71-62. They have outscored Rutgers 31-19 here in the second half, as the Blue Jays 5 of 7 from beyond the arc in this half, as they have started to pull away, and for the first time we've seen somebody create some separation in this game.
Yeah, it's been a back and forth game all since we started, and both teams have only had maybe 4 points in as far as the lead is concerned. Creighton is kind of pulling away right now. They're looking good, hitting those threes.
So for Rutgers, Corey Sanders is coming back into the game. He was out for a little bit. Blue Jays were able to extend that lead up to 9. I would imagine Corey Sanders is going to stay in this game the rest of the way, as he has been the leader with 15 points, although just 1 of 4 shooting here in this second half.
Yeah, well, sometimes you gotta, you live with what your leaders can provide. So, but yeah, I don't see him coming out the rest of the way.
Step back jumper there from Freeman. Dumped it off for Foreman.
Catch the ball.
He gets it to Williams, and I think Grossell got a piece of that. Thomas the other way. He has it stripped, and Rutgers has a 2-on-none, but Williams dropped it. So Rutgers had 2 chances for layups. Here's Good for 3, and that's no good.
They needed that one.
Just saying how we were having good basketball, and then nobody can hold on to the ball.
No. Been 2 or 3 turnovers. each. Bad shot.
Williams can't connect, so Rutgers with about 4 or 5 opportunities there to get a bucket. And we've got a missing shoe here. It's DJ Foreman who lost it as Eddie Jordan just threw it about 3/4 of the length of the court.
It's actually a good pass. Should have a ball in his hand. It's a good look.
So 6:31 to go. Still a 9-point lead for Creighton. They'll have the ball and a chance to add to it.
Yeah, they've been rolling this half. Whether it's a fast break or coming off a pick, a down screen, or if it's this man, I was going to say Huff, having the ball in his hand.
Watson picks it right out of the hands of Freeman, and he's quickly into the other lane. Finds it, and that is Jeffrey Grossell. And one. Creighton now with the first double-digit lead of the game.
Yeah, Watson's controlling, making the steal on one end, dribbling the ball up the floor, hitting the big man for running, rewarding the big guy, big fella for running the floor. Now he's got the three-point play. That's impressive. That's good. Would love to play with Watkins. True point guard.
So 12-point lead here for Creighton. Watson now has 10 assists. Sanders inside gets his own miss. And Grossell was there, but he gave it up.
Oh.
Foreman took it away, and Foreman's going to go to the line. Creighton's on a 9-0 run, but Grossell just picked up his 4th foul.
It also looks like Sanders is looking for fouls as opposed to looking to finish. And there's a difference. You can go into the lane and try and pick up fouls, or you can go in the lane and happen to get fouls because you were going to the hole strong. I think he kind of got away from that a little bit in the first half, and he's looking for the fouls in the second half, and he's not getting anything.
He is not. He hasn't attempted a free throw here in the second half.
A lot of empty possessions that Rutgers has this half.
Back-to-back missed free throws there as the lead stays at 12. Here's Huff on the three-point line to Zierden. Back for Huff. Three-pointer, no good. And Rutgers back the other way. Scarlet Knights haven't scored in 2.5 minutes. Inside for Foreman.
They need a bucket.
And Foreman can't finish.
Can't buy a basket right now.
Zierden, a 3 in transition. That's short. Watson will get the rebound. Milliken to the corner. It's Huff. Gets inside. He's fouled and is going to go to the line.
Yeah, they're working that fast break to perfection. You know, if it doesn't happen on the initial pass to the wing, that person stops and passes it around the horn until you find an open shot. I'm not sure if Huff is always open, but once he catches it, it's going up.
He has been always open tonight.
Yes, indeed. I'm not mad at him. He's smooth.
So Cole Huff, 25 points. Makes it 26. And we've got a travel. Corey Sanders called for the travel before he got rid of that pass. Goes back to Creighton, and it's a 14-point lead.
They're pressing a little bit, especially Corey. He's pressing a little bit, trying to make something happen even when it's not there.
Watson, shot clock down to 15. Here's Milliken. And Milliken's fouled on the floor. That's going to go against Mike Williams. So it'll be free throws here for Creighton.
Both teams now in the bonus. James Milligan at the line. He'll shoot 1 and 1.
Blue Jays were favored by 12 in this one. Didn't look like they were going to get there, but all of a sudden pulling away. It's now a 12-0, could be a 13-0 run with this free throw. It is 13 straight points for the Blue Jays, nearing 4 minutes without any points for Rutgers.
They've executed. Creighton on both ends of the floor, whether it's forcing Rutgers into a shot they don't necessarily want to take, except for that one.
There's a 3 for Williams in the corner to snap that drought, but it's still 13 points.
Yeah, they're converting on the offensive end, that's for sure.
Watson off the dribble, and Maurice Watson's going to go to the free throw line. Point guard Maurice Watson. Now we got the referees talking to each other.
Was he passing is what
They do rule it in the act of shooting, so it's 2 shots. Would still be shooting free throws, but would be 1 and 1 had they ruled that not in the act of shooting. But Watson 7 points as he goes to the line with 10 assists.
all-around game. He's controlling everything for them. Playing well.
Does have a team high 6 turnovers though, so hasn't all been great for Maurice Watson.
Not at all, but as a point guard, as a leader, I'll take that. I'll take the turnovers as long as you control everything else and get us closer to a win.
Freeman, and a scoop shot off the glass from Deshaun Freeman, as he's got 14 now for Rutgers. Milliken now in the corner. He puts it on the floor, couldn't get it to go.
But got his own rebound.
13-point lead. We go under 3.5 to play.
Those killer defense, offensive rebounds, especially coming down the stretch. All you can afford is one-shot possessions if you're Rutgers while on defense. You can't afford to let Creighton get an offensive rebound. Most of the time they turn into...
Had to get it up, but he's going to be called for a double dribble. So he used 29 seconds of the shot clock, but ends up turning it over. We'll take a break. Creighton leading by 13.
Don't forget, fans, after everybody is welcome to come back here to the MGM Grand Arena on Wednesday as we finish off with the
Welcome back to Las Vegas, MGM Grand Garden Arena. The Men Who Speak Up main event has Creighton looking to put the finishing touches here on Rutgers. Tyler Bischoff, Ed O'Bannon with you. Creighton, if they are to hold on here, will get UMass in the championship game, 6:30 p.m. Pacific time on Wednesday. Everybody gets a day off tomorrow. Rutgers more than likely headed for a matchup in the consolation game at 9 p.m. against Clemson. UMass shot the lights out against Clemson. UMass back-to-back games where they've hit 16 three-pointers, which is a school record.
Yeah, I would think so. They shot lights out.
Sanders a floater and still have 2.5 minutes, but trailing by 11. Corey Sanders is going to have to heat up quick.
Yeah, they're going to need more of the same from him.
Shot clock at 15. Watson and Sanders is going to be called for the foul, so that will put Watson at the free throw line. Creighton 9 of 11 at the line in this second half, just 13 of 20 overall though.
Watson Jr. at the free throw line. He'll shoot 1 and 1.
Watson now with a double-double, 10 points, 10 assists for the point guard.
Bishop Daniels returns for Rutgers.
Cole Huff is not far away from a double-double with 26 points and 7 boards. Don't know if he'll get 3 more in the final 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. He hangs around the three-point line a little too much for 3 consecutive boards.
Jallo inside, as that's going to be a foul called against Zach Hansen. So Hansen now has 4.
Key now is to make these free throws. If you're going to have any shot, you got to score while the clock has stopped.
Jallo does hit the first. Redshirt freshman from Senegal. Cannot get the second to go. And Eddie Jordan asking for his Scarlet Knights to press, but Watson one pass gets it through.
Yeah, it's almost a soft press.
Started to bring a trap there, but Watson gave it up. It's another foul, as that's going to put James Milliken at the free throw line. Milliken will look to get into double figures as he has 9 points.
He's played well. He's stepped up when, he's had the open shot, put the ball on the floor, has gone to the hole, strong, finish when need be. Now he's at the line, helping putting icing on that cake.
And Eddie Jordan has gone to some of his walk-ons. Jake Didika is into the game, as well as Jalen Hyde. Hyde, a senior walk-on. Didika, a junior walk-on for Rutgers. Freeman has it knocked away. Watson brings it up past half court, and Greg McDermott telling him to slow down as we are under 90 seconds to go in this one.
Yep, it is about that time.
And that's going to be a foul whistled against Jalen Hyde.
Good job, Mr. Watkins Jr. He handled the pressure. We saw that, that press, that full court press out in front of him. It didn't faze him at all. Sometimes I played with Ty Sedney, and he was what I call one-man press break. But even every now and then, he would throw the ball ahead to break a press. A lot of times you don't break a press with the dribble. And that's what Watkins tonight, a lot of what he did was getting the ball ahead, passing it ahead, as we watch Creighton empty the bench. And that, that will get the job done. Kick the ball ahead.
So Cole Huff heads out to a nice applause. We also seen Martine Kroppel come in for Creighton, as well as Tyler Clement. And then Marlon Stewart playing for the first time this season. The freshman, he tore his meniscus. He practiced for the first time just a few days ago. So this is his first appearance. And Malik Albert comes in for Maurice Watson. As Greg McDermott getting some guys some playing time, and inside finishing that is Ibrahim Jallo. Jallo converts from the free throw line.
1 minute remaining.
Oh, put it up. Might as well let it fly.
This is Malik Albert dribbling out some clock. Now 10 on the shot clock. Albert drives, gets inside, and that's turned away by Foreman. 3 to shoot for Creighton. Clement comes off the screen. He can't hit the 3.
It's a good look, though.
Rutgers comes away with it. Daniels a pull-up jumper. That's good. So Bishop Daniels ups his total to 17. But the shot clock is off. Creighton doesn't have to shoot. And the Blue Jays are going to pick up a win here on the opening day of the Men Who Speak Up main event. 85-75 is going to be your final score. Creighton will advance to play UMass in the championship game. Rutgers will play Clemson in the consolation game. Both of those on Wednesday. But for Ed O'Bannon, I'm Tyler Bischoff. Thanks for tuning in.